Hello lads. Now, going solo is normally something I don't do, but today the opportunity to see a bunker not too far from me has actually presented itself. This is a Cold War Borough Emergency Centre, I believe, built inside an old Palmerston era fort. Essentially, these tunnels have been repurposed to be a Cold War emergency centre. I don't really know much else on this, and I don't quite know when it was decommissioned or what it was particularly used for, if it ever did see use. That is really it. Let's go inside, shall we? Big concrete blast door. Place has seen better days already, but this is what we're looking at. Intact fittings, aircon that could probably still work if the machinery worked. Massive blast doors, typical for a Cold War bunker really. This is where we are. Typical plug socket. That appears to be tunnel that I believe that's been repurposed as well. You can see modern wiring down there. We'll have a look at that later. Let's continue onwards. The original tiled floors that this would have had when it was built during the Palmerston era, roughly 1860s, appear to have still been retained. This is what we're looking at. Let's have a walk through. Oh, look. Old Ethernet ports, by the looks of it. I'm going to guess this place probably saw 80s or 90s use based on that. Water tank. Still looks relatively in good nick. Same for that one. Seems to be an old gallery that's been converted. Another plug socket there. And this is like a garden door almost, or a house back door. Ain't really much in here, but some sort of office by the looks of it. I believe that may be part of the air filtration system. Potentially, anyway. I'm not entirely sure how these would have worked. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Doesn't really appear to be in any British language. But yes, that is what we're looking at. By the looks of it, this would have been an old gallery. Been converted, obviously. It's conversions like this that interest me. How the old has been used to become the new. The ventilation still looks brand spanking new. Ain't really corroded in here. It's not even that damp in here, it's nice and cool. There's the air filtration unit. You can see the air duct at the top there. Filter system, probably for gas or radioactive dust. Don't know if that would have been a heater or something like that. That's basically an oil drum by the looks of it. Let's get a closer look. Ah, okay. So we look at this and the air filtration system itself. Let's have a look at this. This is the outside. That's outside somewhere. And that vent, I think it's up there, the air would have came in. That is actually quite interesting to see. Let's have a look what's through here. That's been bricked. Don't know what that was. More air conditioning. Yeah, they've bricked these off, so this would have fired out onto one of the fort's flanks when it was originally built. But now it's been repurposed for this bunker. I mean, it's not really a bunker, is it? But at least that's what it's considered. Another Ethernet port. Still got pen written on there. This is genuinely... It's quite interesting to see this, because it's somewhere I've seen on, say, Subreddit, somewhere like that. But it's only until you see it yourself. So look at the light fittings up there. And things like that. Light fittings that are still relatively intact. Guarantee you if they weren't smashed, they'd probably still turn on. The old intermeshed with the new. It is interesting to see it. I do wonder what would have actually been in these side bits, aside from the air filtration system there, and things like that. What would have gone here? Would there have been partitioning walls? Because this was an emergency control centre. It wasn't just that office. It would have been a lot more than that. This is a control centre for the entire area. They would have coordinated disaster relief from here in the event of a nuclear holocaust. Can't say it would have been very effective, but it is definitely interesting. Got that there. Some sort of circuit board. Wiring still relatively intact. Imagine walking this in the event of an actual nuclear holocaust. Walking the other way into what is essentially going to be your home for the next few months until you run out of food. Looks like the fuse box up there set to off. I highly doubt that would work anymore. But it's interesting to see a lot of the electronics actually intact for once. And that was a light fitting that someone has knocked down. That is annoying, to say the least. Because stop smashing bits up. Right, let's go into this little side channel. I've got to admit, this makes me paranoid. I do not like how little space there is in here. But this essentially, looking at it, ran all kinds of wires through for the bunker. That goes somewhere. Not that I know where. Same for that one. Is there something on the other side of this? Or is that just me? Because it looks like this is a turn. Aha! So this wasn't... That bit wasn't the only bit. Another air filtration unit. It's in a lot better nick. That's really cool to see. On the outside of that door, you will see where the air comes in. Through, I think it's Kearney, something like that. Vents that close when the wind blows against it, but remain open when they're not. That is actually quite an effective way of filtering out radioactive dust in the event of a nuclear fallout incident. A little bit of grease and a few spanners here and there, they'll probably still run. That's unbelievable. Someone's dumped a whole bunch of crap here. This is quite a high up area, really. Interesting. This goes somewhere. Look at all the vents. We'll have a look down there in a second. Ow! That was my foot. Oh. So you wind that? Okay, I've only just realised that. You wind it. My torch is dying. That is not good. Aha! Now this is somewhere I wanted to see. Oh! Look at this. Ain't this what I wanted to see? That is amazing. The paint is barely even bothered. It's interesting to see it, really. To think this is what they did in the Cold War to do this. Oh God, why have you done that? Whoever spray painted that, I'm not impressed. Smaller room? That was a rat. Smaller room in here. Some furniture left. Probably not original furniture, but we'll go from there, shall we? And look in here as well. Bigger room again. Echoey in here too. Lots of reverb. Plugs everywhere. Plugs everywhere. Probably would have been the main control room, where all the computers would have gone, radios, you name it. I don't know what would have quite gone here. GPO as well, presumably, for communicating with presumably the rest of the country. It's interesting to see it like this. I have to do something. I need to change my torch batteries soon, because I'm pretty sure I'm running on literal fumes. We'll find out, because if this torch dies on me, I'm going to scream. Let's go through here. Let's have a look. Ventilation duct, or ventilation passage, should I say. All had lighting. Ease of maintenance, eh? Knowing our British tech and how it likes to break. And through here. That is really it. I suppose I should take a walk out of here now. You can join me. Whoa, that is not nice. For a solo trip, this has gone quite well. I'm actually quite content. Just checking. A lot of crap been dumped here. That's just how it is though. And that is really it. The temperature difference is something else. But that is it. That is a Cold War emergency control centre. I'm actually quite happy I got to see that. I thank you for being here through this. And that is it.